Hi, this is Kimberly Benjamin, your Master HR Compliance Coach, and I'm coming back out here today for another 10-minute tip with Kimberly Benjamin. And I have a question I want to ask you. How many of you have received calls from recruiters or headhunters, or when you're looking for a job, you don't know what to share? You're wondering, should I share salary? Should I let them know what positions that I'm interested in? Do I let them know that I'm really looking? And how do you handle that call when someone contacts you wanting to know if you're looking for a job and you don't know what to say? You're at work, or you're not ready for a change yet, and you don't know what to say or do yet, right? So how many of you that's you? If that's you, comment number 1 down below, and welcome to everyone that's joining. If that's you, comment number 1 down below. If you have experienced that. If you haven't experienced the calls from recruiters and headhunters or people wanting to know if you're looking for a job, then comment number 2 down below. So comment number 1 or comment number 2. Well, as I shared with you earlier, my name is Kimberly Benjamin. I'm a Master HR Compliance Coach, and I help businesses and help HR professionals as well as job seekers like yourself with their human resources needs. And I'm conducting 10-minute coaching sessions, or 10-minute tips from Kimberly Benjamin. Well, throughout the month, I'll be giving you some tips that's HR related. I call this the Ask the HR Expert session. And I have people who have been contacting me and sending me questions, and I'm so excited to be able to be here to answer your questions for you. So let's talk about recruiters and headhunters. Now, the first thing I want you to know that there is a difference. There's a difference between a recruiter and a headhunter. Do you know what the difference is? Anyone, type down below what you think. When you think of a recruiter, what comes to your mind? Type down below whatever comes to your mind when you think of a recruiter contacting you. Go ahead and type your information down in the comments. What is a recruiter? What should a recruiter do? What are some of those things that they should be asking you or shouldn't be asking you? But when you think of recruiter, who do you think a recruiter is? Okay? And I'm going to flip the script and let's talk about headhunter. So when you think of a headhunter, what comes to your mind? Or a staffing agency that focuses on multiple positions. I know that's an old school term when we hear the word headhunter. But for many of you, you know what that is, as well as an executive search firm. How many of you heard of executive search firms? Okay, so even if you're watching the live or watching the replay, feel free to comment below number 1 or number 2 if you have utilized those services or not. But as a job seeker, and even as a career professional, even if you're not looking for a job but you may be entertaining opportunities, I want you to know what you should be doing when it comes to identifying what can you share with the recruiter and headhunter. Now, the first tip I want you to be mindful of: with the recruiter, normally a recruiter is someone who represents their own company. So you may have any company in the world, they have an HR staff or team, and they're looking to recruit people and find people to fill positions that they have, right? So that's a recruiter. They may contact you. Normally you hear from a recruiter when you're applying for a position at their company and you're in the running for the opportunity, so you're working with the recruiter, that HR professional, to help schedule the interviews, do the background checks, schedule the second interviews, and all that kind of stuff. Normally, that is what a recruiter does. It's a person in a company, and their sole responsibility is talent acquisition, meaning finding talent, hiring people for open positions that they have in the company. And with a recruiter, it's important that you're mindful as to what you should be sharing with that person, because they're representing their own company, okay? And that goes back to, if you're working with the recruiter, it's important that you get into the interviewing process, follow their process, and how they want you to submit the resumes, as well as to submit your cover letters, and how to get those interviews. So with them, you have to be mindful as to what you need to share. You answer the questions, you give them what they need, you follow the process that they have lined up. Because if you do not go and follow that process that they have lined up for you, then they may just kind of weed you out or move on to the next candidate. Because I tell you, by me being a recruiter myself, I actually am a president of a staffing agency, and I'll share more with you about that in a moment. I know what it's like to get stacks of resumes for a position when you're trying to find one person to fill that position. So it's critical that you make a lasting impression with their recruiter. You follow their processes, you answer their questions to the best of your ability. And I'll give you some tips on what not to do in a moment. But when it comes to working with a headhunter or working with executive search firms, the difference between those two organizations and a recruiter is that they represent multiple companies. Everybody type in the number 4 for multiple companies. Number 4, type down below for multiple companies. So if you ever get a call from someone and they're representing multiple companies and they've gotten your resume somehow and they want to know if you may be a good fit for their organization, they're going to be asking you questions. They may send you an email wanting you to fill out some forms or answer questions that you may be on the phone with them, getting to know them and their client's opportunity a little bit better. And when you work with those type of people, with those headhunters and those executive search firms and staffing agencies, you need to give them everything that you know. So it is okay to talk about money with them because they need to know your range that you're interested in so that they are representing you when they go to that client that has the open position. So does everybody understand that? So with that executive search firm, that headhunter, that staffing agency, you need to give them everything that you know so they can work on your behalf to help you help you find that position. And with the recruiter, 9 times out of 10, that recruiter is somebody who is representing their own organization. And so when you submit your resume online or follow their process, maybe they got your resume off a job board or off of their company website, they'll call you in for an interview, maybe do a phone interview or phone screen, answer the questions to the best of your ability. Do the best that you can because you may not have another opportunity to meet with that recruiter or for your resume to get submitted on to in the next pile for the hiring manager to check out. So, but with the recruiter, and I know my HR friends, you're not going to like me right now, so cover your ears, HR friends. With the recruiter, it's important that you are mindful as to not sharing how much money you've made or what your desired salary is. And I'll share with you more information on another video as to when to talk about money and how to improve your salary negotiating skills. So with that recruiter, it's important you're talking about you're open and you're flexible, you're very interested in the opportunity. What can I do to learn more about the organization, but and do all that you can to really learn more about that opportunity, because at the end of the day, they want to make sure that you are a great fit for the organization. And if you're not, they're going to go ahead and move to the next candidate, because we do have other candidates, and their job is to find someone that's best for their company and best for the organization that has those job requirements, those skills and those abilities, and that they're a great fit for the organization's culture as well. So again, those are just some of the things to be mindful of when it comes to deciding what do I share with the recruiter, what do I share with the headhunter / temp agency / staffing agency / executive recruiter, because I want to make sure that you don't give too much information to the wrong people, because you could be weeding yourself out of that wonderful opportunity. And then one thing I want to share with you at the end before we go is that with my organization, HR Strategies Plus, we are a staffing agency and we help HR professionals to find employment. So if you are an HR professional, you're someone who wants to get into HR, you've been wanting to get into this field, and you want to work with an organization that really understands human resource professionals. I've been in HR 28 years, licensed and certified in it, and I teach HR law all over the world, literally. We're really excited to be able to meet with you. So if that's you, comment below. I'll have the links down below, above and down below, where you can connect with us so we can schedule a one-on-one discussion and understand what your next move should be, so we can help you land that employment and land that opportunity with one of our clients. So again, this is Kimberly Benjamin, your Master HR Compliance Coach. This is our 10-minute tip with Kimberly. If you have a question you want to ask me that's HR related, feel free to comment below, send me a private message, or just give us a call at 877-733-3268. I would love to be able to feature your question on our next Ask the HR Expert. For now, everybody, have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.